welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
A look there inside Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, rivals to battle in the NFC East. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
14 on the pickup. First down, Washington.
First down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
That's right side and brought in by Williams. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll go. It's White. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And everyone in the stadium knew where the ball was going, and it didn't matter. And we see so often these 3rd and 4th and short situations, there's such good opportunities to generate chunk plays, Mike, because you think how many bodies are up at or near the line of scrimmage, and it's exactly the case here. Keeps the drive alive. Nice job.
Now pass deep from McLaurin. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And some good blocking, springing it. A gain of 9 as we get to third down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll run the sneak. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down.
Another Washington first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll go with Bill. That's Trusky Merritt. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line. And next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Daniels to throw on second down. He'll step up and run this. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
And a Washington first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Now Daniels going to give this forward to the receiver. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Shamar James. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the Cowboys' 16-yard line.
Here's second and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's good.
They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
This is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. With that big-time throw, they got a shot now with first and goal to end this opening drive.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Rashad White, touchdown Commanders. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball, it's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Cowboys nothing.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Devontae Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 3. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's across midfield. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3.
And he'll take this one in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to get going with their second possession. He'll step up and run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Up the middle, Krowski Merritt. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And this is a great example of what can happen when you play complementary football. The back end holds up nicely in coverage, and then that front 7 is able to wreak havoc and put an end to this play.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On 1st and 10, Prescott. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They run over center with Williams. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line. What a run by Williams. 37 yards.
Cowboys, 1st down.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he will score! Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. make it 2 touchdowns in the very first quarter of play. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14. Commanders 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. On the zone read, here's Daniels. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
On second down, it's Daniel. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
So we are through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And 3rd down coming up. To the air again is Daniel. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. And he'll get forward for a couple. Nick Cross will bring him down.
Nick Cross on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
First down, Prescott. That's into the hands of Lamb. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 10 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
It's a gain of 10.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 6. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Into the hands of Pickens. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
4 makes it 3rd and 2.
Now Prescott. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
A 30-yard attempt.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They face 2nd down and 7. Daniels now going to look to throw. That's to the right side, and it's Sinnet. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring them down for no gain.
It's third down and 6.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. On play action, here's Dak. The coverage right there, and it's knocked away, incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time. When you're around the ball on defense, good things are going to happen. And this is a great example. He's not able to secure the interception, but the next best thing is he gets his hand on the ball, and it falls harmlessly incomplete.
Second down, Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Back to throw is Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
On the give, it's Williams. He'll work forward for a couple. Big Johnny Newton there for a stop.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
From the 43, here's second and 8. Prescott now. Left side, caught by Lamb. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Prescott to his main man Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A pitch comes to Williams. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
There hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Here's Prescott. Throw left side, caught by Ferguson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 3.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On fourth down, the veteran Brian Anger runs a punt for Dallas. Jalen Lane is deep for Washington. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Commanders' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start the drive with Krosky Merritt. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Chig Okonkwo was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's Tress Way now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. To return, it is Turpin. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson, and he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Prescott's pass complete to Jake Ferguson. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 36-yard line.
Second and a yard. On the ground, this is Williams. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Cowboys.
1st down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
Cowboys 1st down. 1st and goal, Dallas.
Throwing is Prescott. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, It's pitch and catch.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He gets it to go, and the Cowboys up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Commanders 7. Brandon Aubrey.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. The Commanders offense going to get it one final time in this first half. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Williams in motion. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
1st and 10. Williams in motion. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. Williams in motion. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the 2nd quarter clock. Throwing again, Daniels. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and that will lead to a second down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays, but I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
On 3rd down, Prescott. Now, screen going to be set up for Davis. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend their 3rd quarter lead. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll go play action here with Daniel. Working across the field, there's McLaurin. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run. We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
On 2nd down, it's Daniel. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and a yard. Daniels gonna throw again. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
They'll go, and Krosky Merritt has it, and he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession, and that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
Play fake. Prescott. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Frankie Louvu in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play-action fake. Nobody bid on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the snack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Prescott. Out quickly here to Pickens. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
To George Pickens. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 13.
It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
But it's 4th down.
Mike, I can tell you firsthand, when you take the field on your opponent's side of the 50, there's a lot of optimism and hope that this is going to be a touchdown scoring drive. So nice job here by the defense, holding strong and defending this short field.
Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over.
21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll throw with Daniels. That pass taken in by McCory. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
On play action, Daniels. He'll find his running back, White. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, It's the mental part of the game that allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
24-yard line.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
Little quick pass to the receiver heading left. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Daniels to keep it on the zone read. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
3rd and short, and it's Daniels. He'll try to run for it. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And a Commander's first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
It's a loss of 5.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
To throw is Daniels. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
3rd and goal. Throwing is Daniels. Taking off, and he will get into the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
On is Moody to add the extra point. His kick is good, and the Commanders are able to edge a bit closer.
Cowboys 27, Commanders 14. Jake Moody to kick off.
Following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. CeeDee Lamb there to return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and at the 43-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go again here with Williams. And he's going to pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
Prescott on the keeper. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Monday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. On play action, here's Dak. To the left side, he's got Ferguson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And the Cowboys.
That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight. And it gives the team a first down.
First down.
So I really like the decision here that you're going to throw the ball to one of your big tight ends, but it's the personnel grouping that you do it out of. Bring as many big bodies onto the field as possible, stay with the passing game, and you're able to find one of those big tight ends for a first down.
And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
They'll run. It's Williams. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And they'll get about 4 out of this one. Run after the catch, hard to come by down here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Yards brings up 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
Cowboys.
Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Prescott leading the Cowboys to the line for this 2-point try.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Commanders 14.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense headed back to take over once more. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels.
Daniels' pass complete to Luke McCaffrey. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Daniel. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. There's Okonkwo open left side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Take it. Go ahead, baby. Go.
They motion the slot man left. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 9. On the zone read, Krosky Merritt. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
He's brought down at the
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
Williams in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got a man, it's McClure. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the
And this is where the
42-yard
speed
line.
of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing again. Daniels. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on third down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The motion man here is McLaurin. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. To the goal line and in. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Commanders. Moody now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21.
Commanders 21.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. CD on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go with Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Williams gets it on the draw. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
First down.
The best time to call a draw is when the defense is playing a pass situation, so a down and distance that screams pass. You want those defensive linemen ripping up the field thinking, I'm going to go sack the quarterback. In this case, they time it perfectly, hands the ball off to the back, big pickup.
And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Here comes Williams on the toss to the right. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
It's a gain of 2.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
And the Cowboy first down.
They run over center with Williams. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
It's another run here for Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout to talk things over before third down. Throwing is Prescott. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a first down.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Now, this looks like a design run, but he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up fourth down.
A gain of only a yard.
And a nice job there defensively on third down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the first down.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cowboys add on to their lead. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. At the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
Daniels pass complete to Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing now, Daniels to the outside, into the hands of McClurry. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
6 yards to go.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They hook up again, second time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard
Once he saw
line.
the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
The man in motion is Burks. To the air again is Daniels. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night from just outside our nation's capital.